We could be set here for an unbelievable season with Leeds United. Things are finally starting to tick here in season number 6 with Leeds United. The transfer business we've done clearly has worked. We currently sit top of the Premier League, neck and neck on points with Liverpool, but firmly in the fight. Our first year in the Champions League as well is going pretty successfully. We currently sit top of our group with 10 points, needing just one win to secure our place in the knockout stages of the Champions League. And a big contributor to that is quite clearly Jason Van Duven, who at the age of 23 is finally having an unreal breakout season with 13 appearances and 11 goals so far this year. He's also gone up to an 89 overall, so close to the magic number 90. But with not too long left on the calendar until we manage to hit the January transfer window and a whopping 90 million still left in our budget, is there still some big deals to be made? I firmly have in my head that there's at least one more big signing, because this is looking like it'll be the last season of the Leeds United career. Now, with about 22 days until the new game comes out, we need to keep this train moving. I'm freshly back from Amsterdam for this episode, boys. I hope you are all good. You know what to do. Grab yourselves a bev, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. We have a lot to unpack and a lot to do in this episode, especially if the window opens, which is, I think, with how things are standing, we are probably definitely going to get to the window opening. Whether we make a deal or not, I don't know, because when you actually look at this month of December, minus the Tottenham game, this is a relatively comfortable month. I don't like the fact that there's 3 weeks here where we double up on games. Obviously, that makes it more difficult, but we do have a lot of good rotation pieces already in the team. We already know that. Now, speaking of rotation pieces, I have added someone to the transfer list. And after reading the comments, it was clear, right? So we do need to get one of our cams out of the club. And after looking at some of the stats, it's clear to see that Cherky has got 0 assists, 0 goal contributions just in general this season so far. And the decision was going to be made between him and Gibbs White. And Gibbs White has 2 goals and 1 assist. And the 2 goals have been pretty impactful in the Premier League and the Champions League. So I've decided that for now we're going to keep Morgan Gibbs White, and we are going to look to offload Cherky, which should bring us quite a decent amount of money and help us sign that big name signing that we're itching for. But there is something I have to mention. One signing that we brought in the summer who has been outstanding, and that man's Federico Chiesa. Now, I had no idea how good he was going to be. I really liked his play styles, and yes, he's 31, but he is in the prime of his career right now. And as you can see, he has 6 goals and 6 damn assists. This guy has come in and been the key cog to the team. He's been the missing piece. And it is the 2 older wingers, because Rafinha at 31 has 4 goals and 5 assists. So our older wingers, the 2 31-year-olds, are the best wingers we currently have in our team. And I want to sustain the fact that you can buy older players and they're not all gonna suck. Like, they work. Sometimes it makes sense to buy the older players. If maybe we'd have had these in the earlier years, we'd have stayed a little bit more consistent. But those numbers right now are looking pretty good for us. But speaking of wingers, I should mention some really horrible news for us. Abdul Fatawu, who, by the way, has actually started the season very well. He's our 3rd best winger. Is going to be out for 5 months with cruciate ligaments. It's an issue that we are now going to have to deal with, because we're letting Cherky go, and he was one of the right midfielder rotation pieces. Now, I do have options that we could bring back from loan if need be. We also have Maximilian Bier, who can play both sides. So I'm not really stressing about it right now. The injury is frustrating, and he won't be back until the back end of the season, crunch time as you could call it. But I'm kind of okay with it, right? Because this squad is big, and I've realized that now. It's a 36-man squad. I've probably gone over the top. We've become Chelsea with the loan farm. I mean, it is quite ridiculous. I looked at appearances, and then the amount of players that we actually have out on loan is pretty insane for my standard. I have to be honest. I do like to have a few out on loan, so they're going to continue to improve and then eventually join the team. But we haven't been as ruthless with Leeds, and I knew this would happen because it's my own team, and I find it really difficult to be ruthless when I'm managing Leeds. But nonetheless, we've got Crystal Palace as the first game coming up at Selhurst Park, and I want to kick off the episode with a win. Before we can get to that, though, we're going to have a Cherky offer. It's going to be Arsenal. Now, I already know in my head I won't be selling to an English rival, and Arsenal, they for damn straight are an English rival, because they currently sit in 2nd place. They've played their game already, but they're in 2nd place. So they are definitely a rival. Now, Palace look good this year. Enaziri, Jonathan Lane from us, Eze still in the team, Wharton still in the team. This is a pretty good side. We're going to have to play well to win this one. Now, it has been easily a solid, like, 2 weeks since I absolutely grinded to get the episodes out while I was away on holiday. I haven't played in a little while. This could be very difficult. And, of course, the last times I've been playing, it's been the Girona career mode, which obviously feels very different due to the gameplay mod we're using. So, we'll see how this one goes. This could be a rough start. DDK, across to Rafinha. Rafinha now with a shot up holding blocks it. Rafinha now, space. Is that a good ball in? It might be Van Duven. Oh, I couldn't connect correctly. That would have been a stunning goal. Maybe goal of the season so far. We scored so many bangers last time out. Thought we were about to score another. Lane against his own club. Oh, Trafford. What a save. Well, Jonathan Lane looks like probably one of the best youth prospects we've had. And we haven't kept him or used him as En-Nesyri. Why are you even on the line, Fran Garcia, if you're just going to stand there and watch the ball go in? En-Nesyri makes it 1-0 Crystal Palace. It's against the run of play, but that is frustrating. I knew this could be a hard game. They're in 6th place for a reason, but there is no way that we can afford this result. We're going to push for a challenge for the title this year. Oh, he still has it. He wants the ball onto Van Duven. Will Van Duven find it? Van Duven, it's a tight angle. Oh, he's hit the post. Get the second ball. Chiesa. God, what goal that could have been. It's going to be 1-0 at half-time to Crystal Palace. I mean, he had no right scoring there, did he, Van Duven, to be honest? But what a chance to score one of the greatest goals I've ever scored. Here come Palace, and they've not come forward often, but every time they seem to do, they create something. They are such a good team on the counter, and it's working. It is working against us right now. That's a good ball to Ramsey. Oh, it's great. It's over to Eze. It's stunning. It's 2-0. Leeds are falling apart here in the title race. This is one of the worst performances we'll have had this season. We don't have tons of time left, but I'm going to bring the subs on. I'm going to see what they can do. Give them an opportunity. We have European football coming up soon. I'm just going to write this one off, I think. This is a really poor performance from us. We've had chances. We didn't take them. And because we didn't take them, I guess it was only a matter of time before Crystal Palace would be able to. Huge gaps again for them. And I'm throwing bodies at it, to be fair. I'm trying to win the game of football. But look at that. Oh, what a save, Trafford. We're not going to walk away from this one feeling good about our performance, are we? Oh, my God, again. Again from a corner. We are giving it to them. Just gifting it now on a silver platter. I thought we were the side that we're trying to fight back into this game. It's just chance after chance right now for Crystal Palace. Is that Rafinha on? Might be. He needs to pull it back. Rafinha, slide it in. That's great. Van Duven! That's one. I don't know if there's time to draw this back, but that is one. And finally, that's a good goal. Let's see if we can rally now. And just, let's get back into this. Let's get back into this. We need to win the ball back, though. Oh, they're just outplaying me now. They're just absolutely outplaying me. En-Nesyri. So, does anybody want to get to En-Nesyri and stop him from shooting? Oh, the wheels are coming off. I'm getting angry. The wheels are coming off. Can we win the header? Oh, it's to no one. It goes nowhere. Now can we break? We're not going to be given time. I can feel it. We're not going to be given time. We couldn't win the ball back. Poor Leeds United. That's what we're going to be saying at the end of this one. Now I've got Chelsea and Liverpool coming in for Turkey. And I just really don't want to sell them to another Prem side. Like, it's just out of the question. We will, hopefully, get foreign bid at some point. But let's push forward and let's try and put this Crystal Palace game behind us. Right, Sheffield United next. This one's going to be a quick sim. I've got a little bit rotated because we played Dortmund next. How are we losing these 2-1? This is absolutely insane. 5 shots, 3 chances. Don't take them. They have 2 shots, 2 chances. And of course, they score both of them with a player I've never heard of. Sheffield United beat us at Ellen Road. That is really annoying. All right, it's time to try and put those 2 defeats behind us. We're going to be taking on Dortmund. They got a very good squad. We already know that after playing them once already. This is a strong team. I would take a draw here. I shouldn't, but I will take a draw here. We're going to swap the team around a little bit. Kirk's going to get his first start because obviously we're trying to put faith in Kirk now, and I'm going to play Chiesa. I'm also going to play Pascal. Let's get Sasha Bowie in there as well. And apart from that, I have to keep my midfielders the same. They've been so strong, and obviously Trafford has to come in. And hopefully, this is the side that could just get the result done. I cannot believe that defeat to Sheffield United. So let's just switch on now. Let's just click in a gear. This is a big game for Ali Kirk. It's his first start, I think, for us. And let's just hopefully beat Dortmund, control the game here at Ellen Road, and secure our spot through to the next round. Bowie, he's got pace. Can I play that inside? I can. That's a great ball into Van Duven. 1-0. Oh my God, what a start. What a way to bounce back from those bad reviews. Bad reviews? Bad games, bad results. That's what I mean. I'm excited. Jason Van Duven bags yet another goal this season. The man is on fire. Can't believe he's nearly 90 overall. He's just like a worldie of a gem we find. 90 overall, like inbound. But let's go. Jason Van Duven makes it 1-0. And they got threats. They got Darwin Núñez. They got Lucas Paqueta. They are a dangerous side. So let's not overestimate or underestimate. It's probably the word I want to be using. What they can do. Kirk turns. Can he poke it in? He can. Rafinha, great touch. Rafinha, great touch all the way through. Coble saves it. Can Van Duven? He bloody can. 2-0. Is that the nail in the Borussia Dortmund coffin? By the way, if we beat Borussia Dortmund here, they're not through. They have a lot of work still left to do in order to go through to the next round. And they would have looked at this one and said, we need to win it. It's a great run from Rafinha. And the fact that he squeezes this in just shows how world-class Mr. Jason Van Duven is. Kirk, inside there to Archie Gray. Archie Gray's ball just wasn't on. That would have been a perfect pass out to Fran Garcia. Rafinha's footwork again, really putting him in a good position. What can you do from here? Needs a bit more help, doesn't he? Is he going to get it all the way across? Oh, he gets it inside to Van Duven. Can he create space? Oh, he does. Fires off that shot. That wasn't the pass I was expecting, but that was nearly 3-0 and a Van Duven hat-trick. What a way to enter the half being 2 up and just completely on top in this game. Oh, he behind to Rafinha. Rafinha's on as well. Rafinha. Oh, what a tackle. What a tackle from Kalulu. That's insane. I've not seen the AI make that kind of tackle before. What a tackle. But at this stage of the game, then, we will make a few subs. I don't think we are clear in terms of victory yet, but we're very close. I'm going to try Miley as a cam in this one, and it could be Cherky's last appearance, but I'm starting to realise that maybe we're going to have to use Bia out left more than I thought, unless we can find someone. Unless there's somebody else who could play left, because Gibbs-White can't. Gibbs-White can only play right. Lorenzo now up against Miley. Oh, great tackle from Fran Garcia. Miley hassled him. Fran Garcia makes the tackle. And then Cherky. Oh, if he's good. He is. He's very good. Van Duven. Oh, that's lovely. Van Duven hat-trick. Oh, I feel for him. I feel for him so much. So close to being his hat-trick. Like, literally so close. Oh, and again. And again. Coble, quite clearly, is a dangerous, dangerous man in net. He's so bloody good. Can I loft that one back? I can. Oh, I'm never going to win that. Ignacio is too tall. Fofana collects that, though. Timber. Oh, I don't know if I can find a gap. Oh, I have done. Van Duven can run into it. Van Duven! Oh, he's going to get his hat-trick. It was by divine right. He deserved his hat-trick. Van Duven will make it 3-0. We'll secure Leeds United's spot here at Ellen Road in the knockout stages of the Champions League. Yes, you heard that correctly. And this is just perfect. What a way to score. He's too good. He's just too good at this stage of the career mode. No one's stopping him. What ball on this is? Fran Garcia in an absolute acre to make it 4. He's put... just anyone for him. Full-time whistle blows. 3-0. Borussia Dortmund brushed aside. They've got a long way to go yet until they will be qualified. Jason Van Duven with a hat-trick. 6 total attempts. This man was everywhere on the pitch today. We're a different caliber of team when he starts up top. We really are. We need to keep him as fit as possible. If he goes down, we are in trouble. But what a result, and one we definitely needed after back-to-back 2-1 defeats. It's time to enter the month of December next then with this huge game against Tottenham. They started very lively. It's a very young Tottenham squad, but they have some talent, and they were forcing Trafford into saves early on. But as I said, it was tentative, and it would take until the 65th minute for a goal to come, and it would be for Leeds United. And Harley Kirk for his first goal for the club. After that, Tottenham would start piling on the pressure again. But luckily for us, we have James Trafford in net, and he can save them all. Or can he? Because on the 76th minute, they would score this unbelievable goal. What a pass through. And Maresca then, number 9, is a regen who looks unreal. I think we're going to have a few stories with him over the save. And as the clock started to tick down, I really pushed to try and get a goal back. Maximilian Bier there going very, very close, but Vicario equal to it. Both goalkeepers keeper saved quite a few shots in this game. They did finally come down to the 90th minute where we have this chance with Beer again, but Vicario once again is equal to it, which will see us draw 1-1 with Tottenham to start December. Well, after that Tottenham game, I decided that we would sim the rest of the games in December to try and push into January, and the results were not what I expected. We would start things off with a defeat to Aston Villa. We would then lose to Red Bull Salzburg, draw to Bournemouth, and lose to Nottingham Forest, before finally getting a win in December against Brentford, which saw us draw right at the end against Crystal Palace. What the hell is going on with the sim and our side? We have arguably one of the best teams in the league, so when it comes to simulation, I'm expecting to get some pretty decent results, especially against weaker sides. Not in the month of December, though. And that run of games would absolutely destroy us in terms of the Premier League table and any hopes of challenging for the title. We started this episode off with only one defeat. We are now on 5 defeats. This has been the worst run that we've had so far this season after such a great start. We enter the month of January now, though. We're going to start seeing transfer bids come in for some of our players. And I'm just genuinely astonished at what the sim threw up there for us. I can't believe it. We're going to have Fulham coming up twice in a row. Yeah, that's right. Fulham in the FA Cup and then Fulham in the league as well. I'm actually going to pray that the sim is going to go our way a little bit more now. And I'm going to sim the FA Cup game. I do want a victory. I want us to go through, and that's what we will get. That's great. I'd prefer to try and progress as far as possible in the FA Cup. But we're going to have some bids now. But before we can have some bids, we've got Jonathan Greaves coming back from his loan and Chupamenka. So I have to start thinking about them now. It's Timber and Fofana, the bids. Fury and Timber, who we're going to reject straight away. And then the Fofana one is a swap deal with Tottenham, who we also going to reject that offer. Look at the 2 loan players that have come back. So Greaves, obviously, he's going to be added to the transfer list. We'll try and get some money for him. I think Chupamenka is pretty good. So Chupamenka, 25, 83, can play on the left-hand side. So we're actually going to keep him. Does he have the pace needed, though, to play on the left? He is pretty slow. Pretty damn slow. I don't know if I do keep him. I think we've kept people around too long. Cherky, obviously, is on the list. I'm actually going to list Chupamenka as well. Oh, do I keep him ahead of Gibbs White? I feel like Gibbs White has been so impactful for us. But, I don't know. I'm 50-50. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to mull that one over. Is there anybody else now that I'm at the point where I'm like, right, this doesn't work? Oliver Skip's going to be let go on a free transfer, so potential CDM. And then, no, I still think we've got a really good squad. We've just had a really bad dip in form. It's coming in now for Garcia from Girona, of course, the other team we're managing, and for Archie Gray. But these are 2 players I don't want to sell right now. I want bids for players like Cherky. And if we can move him out the club, then the money comes back, doesn't it? And then we can start to think about a massive sign-in. Before we can get any more business done, though, we do have this game against Fulham in the Premier League now. Obviously, we beat them in the FA Cup, looking to repeat now in the Premier League. Fulham started off really well, as Semedo is going to get a good opportunity after a great pass and rockets it home to make it 1-0 Fulham. That was on the 10th minute, and on the 16th minute, the man himself, the main man, Jason Van Duven, would go through, though, and equalise and make it 1-1. And it didn't take much time after that to set things straight. It's going to be Ilin Jr. with a unbelievable header. Just an absolute rocket of a header after the ball in from Sacha Bowie to make it 2-1 Leeds United. But Fulham weren't going away. They were going to start piling on some pressure with opportunities here. Semedo again going close. And just minutes after that corner, they would have another great opportunity here as well with Vukovic, I think it is. I can't remember his name, but he would hit the top netting, and this one really scared me. I thought this was looping in. It had James Trafford worried, but we always need a cushion, and after some wily movement from the throw-in, Jason Van Duven would give us that cushion. It was 3-1, and that's how the game would end. It was a game of one half, really, to be honest with you, but the half that we won. And to be honest, that would end up being a huge victory because it now puts us 4 points in touching distance of top 4. And if we're honest, at the start of this year, I didn't really care about a title race. I just want to finish in the top 4 again. again and continue to get Champions League football. Isn't all happiness coming out of that game, though. We did, however, manage to pick up an injury to CDK. He's going to be out for 3 months, and 3 very, very important months. That leaves us, in our opinion, quite weak at cam. I brought on Chupomenka and he was okay, and Ali Kirk is a guy that is improving from the academy, but I'm not so sure that we're going to be good enough with CDK off the pitch. He's been brilliant this year. With 9 goals and 2 assists, he's sorely going to be missed. But we did have an abundance of cams, so it's finally time to start getting some out the door. Greaves leaves the club. He's going to go to Southampton for 4.5 million. I'll take that one. I'm pretty happy with that. But with it taking so long for us to get players out of the club before we could sign anyone, we did have this FA Cup tie against Wigan. And I really want to have victories in the FA Cup because I want to make it through to the next round. So Van Eyck opening up the score in here was music to my ears. What a stunning goal. But some credit has to be given to Sam Tickle. There's no doubt about that. He kept making saves. Just time and time again, Tickle was there. But it can only last for so long. Jurrien Timber's been great from corners this season as he rifles that one home. It was also good to see Chupomenka get on the score sheet since returning from his loan. Tidy finish after winning the football back himself. I mentioned a stunning goal earlier. It was time for another Ilin Jr. with this fantastic shot. I don't know where this came from. Harley Kirk gets the assist coming off the bench. This game was over very early on, and we just end up adding icing to the cake with Maximilian Beer scoring a late one. But the FA Cup certainly feels like a competition we could win this year, so I want to keep on marching through the opposition. Now with Chupomenka coming back and doing well, and desperate times calling for desperate measures because we need to raise some funds for a big time signing, Morgan's Gibbs White has now been placed on the transfer list. He's had an okay season, but since the rest of this year has gone on from the start of the episode, it hasn't been fantastic for him. He hasn't had that many appearances. And just most importantly, we need the money. Now, we do actually have Manchester United coming up next, but this is becoming just real frustrating because we need a bid in my mind. There's a player I have my mind on, but 92 million is not going to cut it. And the kind of bids we keep getting are for players that we don't want to let go. It's like we've transfer listed 2 players, but nobody now wants to come in for them. And Manchester United coming up next. It's getting insane because look, it's Timber, it's Van Duven. It's not what we want to be selling. Timber is Leroy Sané. I'm going to reject that though. I think Quinton has been really good for the club. And of course, Van Duven, no, Arsenal, you can chuck anyone you want into that deal. I'm not going to do it. I'm not, we're not that friendly. I don't even like you that much. We're not going to do the deal. I'm going to play this Manchester United game then. We literally have no choice. Because we, without a doubt, need to just keep winning in the league. Top 4, obviously, being that main focus again this season. So, Manchester United, emphatic win this could be. They're just behind us, but I think we're better. I've had to start Cherky today. Obviously, these 2 months have been really detrimental in terms of the amount of games. And, of course, we just play Wigan, in which I played a pretty strong 11, I guess. But yeah, I'm hoping we can cruise past this one. This could actually be a tough game. But when I looked at their squad, they ain't too scary. Gibbs White, of course, playing out wide. This is what's worrying me. Gibbs White and Cherky both having to play in this game. Timber shot. What a save. White should play it along to Van Duven. It's lovely. Van Duven's off. Oh, that's infuriating. I thought he was just on. United moving the ball well. That's a good block. And Højlund's shot is not good enough. They are getting a little bit more dangerous as this game goes on. We kind of need to put something together here. That's why. This time. Oh, this time it's on. This time it's on. Van Duven. Oh, my God. What Beneda saves it. How? Van Duven, you'd put your house, the entirety of your house, in that position. Van Duven would score. How? That's all I've got to say. How has Van Duven not found the back of the net there? Shamani, he's a problem. Into Højlund, back across to Sancho. Trafford with the save. The pressure is piling up. They're going to loft that one in. Trafford was there. Tim was going to get away. That was a really good pass out. Cherky's making that run, but I'm just going to keep going with Gibbs White. Morgan Gibbs White. Oh, he rattles the post. Gibbs White could turn. fire off a shot. Oh, who is that man? 79 overall. Just come on, man. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. I haven't shown this Man United squad, but it's not the best. It's good in some positions and then a bit weak in others, but it's not a bad squad. I have to put that out there. They've kept quite a lot of players as well, but how have we not found the back of the net? 79 rated goalkeepers doing stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's 79 rated goalkeepers doing stuff like that. You're never going to score. I'll tell you something. Gibbs White, he's been great so far this match, and that ball there is just unreal. Archibald Gray, though, didn't really have anyone to play it in. He does in the end. Van Duvenhalen Jr. loves a good header, but it's not falling for us. And as this game goes on, I'm not sure it is going to. I can make some subs, but we have quite a lot of tired legs. That Wigan game being literally 2 days before this did not help us. Matteson. Oh, that's good. That's good. Gibbs White. How? Second half looking good, boys. How have we not found the back of the net? I'm at a loss. Gibbs White, fair play, though, has been putting himself about in this game. I just don't know how we not scored. There's literally been no time to make subs until now, the 88th minute, and the game has got really scrappy. So I am just, I'm just in the hopes. He's off. I'm not in the hopes anymore. This will be game over. We've had our chances. Hit woodwork. We've done all we can. Their goalkeeper has been so defiant in this game, man. I don't know what to say. You know, when you're having 10 shots, like 10 shots, and they're being saved, what are you going to do? It's 79 goalkeeper, 79 overall goalkeeper, man. I got nothing. Let's see if we can bring some money in now, because it is deadline day, and I don't understand, again, why we're not getting bids. So we've got one for Morgan Gibbs White, though. This is the kind of bid we wanted. Morgan Gibbs White, Tottenham. It's not really where I want to sell him, but we're kind of desperate right now. I'm going to accept it. Desperation really hit me there. I felt like we had nothing else we could do but that. And after a few hours, Gibbs White does leave the club. This is quite a sad one, because I really like Morgan Gibbs White, but the guy I've got my eye on, he takes us to the next level. I'm just a bit sad to see Gibbs White leave. I enjoy using him. We'll probably use him on a career mode next year as well, because for the overall rating he is and the money he usually costs to get, he's just so good. Sees the budget climb to 123 million, which I think is actually enough for us to do the deal that we want to do. But I want to just give it a few hours just to see if maybe we can offload Cherky as well, because that's still a deal I want to get done and out the club. Deal I don't want to get done, though, is Rafinha. Repeat bids coming in for Rafinha. Something as well that should be mentioned, Oliver Skipp has agreed a deal to go to Liverpool at the end of this season. I think he deserves more game time. Whether he's going to get that at Liverpool, look, who knows? I'd probably not. But that's the negotiation he's made. Here, we're down to 4 hours. Let's do this deal. Let's do this big-time deal. And the big-time deal that we are going to bring in is for none other than Nico Williams. Now, I'm not going to lie. It's taken me a minute to get to this sign-in. I'll go through that in just a second. But, of course, Nico Williams is an absolute beast. Can play comfortably on right and left mid. Rafinha is now 32. And we also have Chiesa at 31. We need to freshen up that with some top quality talent. Our number 17, Nico Williams, will do just that. He has all the ability in the world at the age of 26. He is going to be capable to be one of the best wingers in the world. He's currently rated at 88 overall, and he's going to cost us £103.5 million. And of course, we smash it with an A. But it is safe to say that Nico wasn't our number one target. We actually originally went in for Michael Olise after offering them near enough £100 million, which was the opening offer that we went in with Nico. They turned me down instantly. Pochettino asked me to leave his office, and the deal for Olise was off the table. With this being deadline day, there was no way for us to go back in, and Olise will be staying at Chelsea for the rest of this season. It really doesn't take a genius, though, to figure out that Nico Williams really isn't a second option. His weak foot is 5-star, skill moves 4-star, and has a high attacking work rate. His pace is absolutely through the roof. He's good at shooting, he's good at passing, he's an unbelievable dribbler of the football. I cannot wait to use him. Now, with 4 hours still left of the clock, though, I wouldn't mind seeing a couple more players leave the club. And here we go. We finally get a bid in for Cherky. But I don't want Pulisic. How old's Pulisic? He's only 30. I don't want Pulisic, though. So I'm just going to reject that. To be honest, we only needed to let one of them go. Maybe we keep Cherky just until the summer. I don't know yet, because this might actually be our last season, to be honest with you, with this Leeds United career mode. But I wanted a big-time sign-in, and we got it. We're going to have some bids in here for some defenders. I'm not changing my defense this season. In fact, I'm really happy with the defense. So it looks like the transfer window at this point has wound down, and there will be nobody else leaving the club. I have to mention, though, next time out, when we hit the knockout stages of the Champions League, it's going to be Real Madrid who we take on. This is going to be insanely intense. I don't know how this team matches up against the Real Madrid. They're going to be a real problem. But that's going to be it for this episode, boys. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much for watching one more episode of the Leeds United career mode. And we don't have that far to go now. I genuinely don't think we have that far to go now. Let me know what you think of the Nico Williams deal. At least he's been suggested. I tried to get that one done, but I'm really happy with Nico. There were one other option, but it was too expensive to get done. So I'm happy that we managed to bring in Nico Williams. I think him being able to play both sides just at ease so frequently, just so easy for him, is going to be the key thing. But I appreciate your support. Smash like, hit subscribe. I will see you for the next episode where we have Nico Williams' debut.